everybody, and welcome back to Hakuoki. I have been meaning to record episodes of this for days so I could upload 2 videos at a time, but I have not done that. So we're gonna try today, even though I have a eyeglass appointment. We're gonna try to record 2 videos. We'll see how that goes. April 1867. Oh hey, look, Okita! Cherry blossoms have bloomed. They're magnificent, look! The seasons changed and the spring came. Kyoto was filled with the cherry blossoms and the whole city took on a festive atmosphere. Surrounded by the gentle cheer of spring, my footsteps felt somehow lighter. It's getting warmer out, and it finally looks like a nice day, so I get that you're all giddy and stuff, but... It'd be nice if you acted with a little more decency? What's... Okay, sure. Right now. I am wholly unprepared. I'm going to try to use my Xbox controller this time because I'm so sick and tired of this game flipping out every half second. And so we'll see if the Xbox controller helps it not fucking die. I gasped and turned around to look at my surroundings. The townsmen were looking at me dubiously as I expressed my excitement over the weather. Okay, I'll be careful. Maybe I was spacing out because things had quieted down a bit and I let my guard down. Hey, Okita?
Nani?
In that narrow alleyway over there, there seems to be a few ronin that saw us and snuck away. Don't waste your energy on them. They're small potatoes. What? Small fry? Small potatoes. Okay. Really? If they were imperial nationalist guys, then they wouldn't just run off like that. They'd be more confident. The guys who take off like that when we show up are almost always small-time punks. I see. But honestly, I don't think there are any ronin left in Kyoto with the balls to start something with us. The Shinsengumi's gotten pretty famous around Kyoto, hasn't it? That uniform stands out a lot, too. Well, could be infamous, depending on who you ask. When the men wore their uniforms, people seemed to notice them at first glance, which at first probably seemed like a good thing, but... Their uniform had become a symbol, but there was some argument among the Shinsengumi about if they should adopt a new one. Some people, such as Ito, felt that the uniform should be changed because it was unfashionable. Okay. Is Ito back from the Imperial territories yet? Yeah, I think so. Can't say I'd mind if he'd just stayed out there, though. Aw, don't be like that. He went to go recruit some of his friends and acquaintances, right? That's what he says, but I gotta wonder how far he really went. I didn't hear the details, but I heard that he went to more places than he originally planned. If he put in all that effort, then he must really care about the Shinsengumi, right? That's what you think? Am I wrong? No, not really. He said it in a suggestive way. I don't know what that means then. Why would you say not? No, not really, but... Are you fucking kidding? Shut the fuck up, Okita. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh. I almost called myself wife. I was gonna say wife is in a bad mood. I literally just woke up, fed my cat, came directly in here, did not pass go, did not collect $200, is still wearing pajamas. Kondo's too nice. He should just kill Ito. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck? You really shouldn't, Okita. How could you joke about killing one of your companions? A companion, huh? He scoffed and fell silent. Ever since he had first arrived, Okita and the rest had never seemed to like Ito much. But when he said it out loud in public, it still surprised me. I glanced around to make sure no one had been paying attention. Oh. There in the crowd, a face I'd seen before. I stopped walking. Kaoru? The face that looked back could easily have been mine. There was no way I could have ever mistaken that face. But no sooner than when I spotted her had she disappeared, melting into the crowd. Kaoru!
ちょっとどこに行くつもり?
Hey! I feel like he said more than hey, but okay. He made a grab for my arm, but I'd already moved out of his reach. I might get in trouble for it, but if I didn't go quickly, I'd lose her. Sorry, Okita. There's something I have to do. I caught a glimpse of his confused face as I ducked into the crowd.
勝手な行動は慎めっていつも言ってると思うんだけど.
How many times do I have to tell her not to run off without permission?
面倒を見させられるこっちの身にもなってほしいな.
Why can't she look at this from my point of view? I ran through the crowd as fast as I could, bobbing and weaving around citizens going about their business, until at last I caught up to her. You're... She was Kaoru, no mistake. What's the matter? You seem to be out of breath. Sorry, for surprising you, that is. Kaoru, do you remember me? Yes, you were with the Shinsengumi. I remember you. May I ask you something? My, what is it? I gulped. I knew I had to choose my words carefully when asking her. One of the Shinsengumi saw a girl who looked like me at the Sanjo Ohashi Bridge a while ago. Could that have been you? I don't know. I do go by the Sanjo Ohashi fairly often. But if I were there, would that have been a problem? Oh. I was embarrassed for asking her what seemed to be an irrelevant question, but her eyes thinned. Perhaps what you truly wanted to ask me is whether I've been there at night. Am I right? Could it be? If it was an autumn night and you got in the Shinsengumi's way.
もしそうなら問題大ありだね。君には死んでもらわなきゃならないかな。
Then you and I are going to need to have a little talk. I don't want to give away all the details, but it ends with your death. Uh-oh, Okita. I hadn't realized he caught up with me so quickly. Oh, you're Okita from the Shinsengumi. Thank you for helping me the other day. She bowed, but Okita didn't even seem to notice.
で、答えはどっちなのかな。心当たりはあるの。
So, so you gonna answer the question? Were you there that night? Okito wore the same half smile he always did, but his body was as tight as a bowstring, ready to have his blade in hand at a moment's notice. My death. Please don't say scary things like that. Lots of people pass by Sanjo Ohashi during the day. At night, though, I don't go near it because of the notice board stuff. I can't believe you suspect me just because my face happens to look like someone else's. She sadly looked down, and I rushed to shake my head. Oh, of course, I understand. Sorry for asking something so rude. I guess it really wasn't her. I felt embarrassed for even doubting her for a second, so I apologized. Man, you're so easy. Just like that, and you're going to believe her. Even if she was the culprit, what makes you think she would be like, oh, that's right, I did do it? Well, why did you trust her so easily? Is it because she looks like you? Or because she's a girl? I didn't have an answer. Kyoto then took one step back. Can I go now? I have to be somewhere. Excuse me. Kyoto. She turned and ducked away, disappearing back into the crowd. Had I done the right thing, I wondered, in covering for her? I was pondering whether or not I should give chase again when I heard Okita begin to cough. Ew. It's so gross. Okita, are you okay? Stop coughing, it's icky. Right in my ears. Okita! Stay back. As I stepped toward him, he threw out a hand and twisted his face upward to glare at me. I'm fine. So just stay there, okay? It was the sheer force of his personality that stopped me, not just his words. For a little while, he coughed as if his lungs were going to collapse. Eventually, his coughing slowed, then began to subside. His cough finally ended, and he wiped his sweat and looked up. Okita, is something wrong? Like what? I mean, why don't we find somewhere to rest? You don't look too well. Oh, I was just tired. I mean, you did make me run all the way here. And besides, we're in the middle of a round. We have no time to rest. But no buts. I'm fine. Now. About the girl, Kaoru. Okay. Asking her about the thing with the notice board was important. I agree with you. If you think could be arrested people responsible for removing the Sanjo Ohashi notice board put up by the government. We know that. Why did you tell us that? We didn't need an update. We already knew that. There's something cut off on the side of the screen. Huh. You can't see it in the recording, but there's like letters. There's letters that are cut off. Next to read terminology. Here, let me do this, because my window was not sized exactly correctly. You could tiny little see it. It's like an eye or something. Weird. You done? But Ethan, no, because of how important that is. You shouldn't have run off on your own like that. What if she had been an enemy of ours? What if she had accomplices hidden nearby? Could you have handled it alone? Well... Did you even consider that possibility? That she'd planned to lure you here. There's not that many people here. No one would notice if you screamed. It's a great spot for an ambush, you know. You're right. She hadn't tried to attack me, but Okita was right. Next time I might not be so lucky. I could have easily run right into a trap. You need to be more careful, alright? I can take care of you, but without me around, you're just a useless kid. I gripped my fists and looked down. Sorry. I felt bad causing him extra stress, so I apologized, and he sighed. Man, I'm not the type to lecture either. Am I? Stop being so timid. You can rely on us when you need to. I've gotten pretty used to saving your ass by now. A couple more times isn't gonna mean much. He let out a snort of laughter. That night, after everyone else had gone to bed, I lay awake thinking about what happened. I couldn't forget what Okita had said. A useless kid. He was right. Compared to the captains, no, even compared to the weakest Shinsengumi foot soldier, I was pathetic. I'd been lying there staring at the ceiling. My actions today were no doubt reckless. I mean, if this happened a little while ago, I'm sure I would have been killed. No questions asked. The fact that I got away with just a lecture shows that they're starting to trust me a little more, but I couldn't go on like this. Tomorrow I start working harder. But no sooner had I closed my eyes. What the fuck? What? There was a crash from the hallway outside my room. I rolled up and out of my bed just as the door exploded into my room. Standing in the hole was one of the Shinsengumi soldiers. Is something wrong? I called out to him, despite being incredibly alert and guarded, but the soldier remained quiet. Did you need something? Blood. Huh? I squinted to get a clearer picture. Just then his hair instantly turned white. Blood. I need blood. His eyes were ominously red, and he looked directly at me. Gasp! He was one of the Furies! Give me blood! Sorry. To top it off, he was completely mad. Just like the warrior I saw that one night in Kyoto. I had to call for help. I couldn't possibly face a deranged superhero monster on my own. I inhaled, preparing to call for help. No, I couldn't call for help. If I did, then I could risk jeopardizing the Shinsengumi's secret about the Furies. That would spell disaster for the Shinsengumi. I had to find another way. The Fury, unfortunately, was not similarly encumbered by doubts. Ah! Ooh, ouchie. His sword hissed through the air, and I felt the metal of his blade burn into the flesh of my arm. Ah! A sharp pain seared into thought. What? Okay. A sharp pain seared into thought from my wound. The Fury saw my blood dripping, and his eyes became even more mad. Blood sprang from the cut. I pressed down on it desperately with my free hand, but to no avail. The thick red liquid spilled between my fingers, flowed down my arm and onto the floor. Yes! Blood. Give me blood! The Fury became increasingly erratic, and he started licking the blood-stained sword. He began to creep toward me, his movements odd and jerky like a massive spider. Oh no. My back slammed against the wall. I'm going to die. Just when I prepared myself for death, I suddenly remembered Okita's words from earlier that day. Stop being so timid. You can rely on us when you need to. Okita, everyone. Someone, help! I bet you could guess what he said. He said blood! Blood! He was down on his hands and knees, licking my spilt blood off the floor. There was no samurai there. It seemed what little humanity he had left him entirely. I used this distraction to gain distance from him. Please, I begged any god who might be listening, let someone come. Not enough. Not enough! He looked up from the floor. My sleeve was soaked in blood from the cut on my arm. His eyes locked... What? Oh, his eyes locked onto it. And I saw them light up with animalistic hunger. His grin was a nightmarish thing. Yes, that. Give me more of your blood. He kicked the floor roughly and came charging at me. No! There was no doubt. He was going to kill me. I froze. Get down. Don't look up until I tell you to. I heard a voice from nearby, and I immediately followed the orders and ducked. Gulp. Gulp. The Fury seemed to be shocked to see Hijikata coming out of nowhere. The Fury spun to attack Hijikata, but the commander's sword was faster. Icky. Icky. His twisted cry reverberated from the room's walls. Okay. He writhed in agony, but his wounds started to heal immediately. Get over here, now. Yes! As I ran to his side, I overheard other footsteps pounding down the hallways. You alright, Chizuru? Hey, isn't he? He's the warrior who had to drink the water of life the other day. He's too far gone. We can't let him live. At some unspoken signal, a chorus of blades slid from their scabbards. Shin, Sana, don't screw this up.
てめえ誰に物を言ってやがるんだ
Who the hell do you think we are, Heisuke?
挫折だろうがなんだろうが波の大使に遅れを取るわけねえだろ
If the captain can't take out a simple soldier, even if he is a fury, he'd have to resign, assuming he wasn't dead. They fanned quickly, circling the wounded soldier. There was no escape. No hard feelings. Yuck. A bit overkill, huh? The captains all attacked at once, and the fury was killed almost instantly. The excitement was over. Or so I'd thought. But it hadn't been only the captains who'd heard my cry for help.
まったくこんな夜中に何の騒ぎですの
Ugh, who's causing such a ruckus at this hour of the night? He's such a fucking dick.
伊藤さん
Ito! Ito rubbed his still sleepy eyes, stepping into the room and froze.
何なのですかこれは
What's going on here? Damn it.
そこの大使には見覚えがありますわ確か待機違反で切腹させたはずでは
I've seen that soldier before. I thought he was sentenced to death the other day for breaking the code. Shitsugumi regulations that were to be strictly obeyed. Got it. Could have guessed.
後あなた方の仕業ですの
And look at all this blood! Are you guys responsible for this?
伊藤さん違うんだこれはさ
Ito, it's not like that. This is...
何が違うのですか
What is it not like?
幹部総出で寄ってたかって大使をなぶり殺しにするなんて
Wherever captains cut down one of their own men. You literally just said he was sentenced to death. Why are you surprised that we just killed him?
誰か説明なさい
Explain it! Why? What happened here? Oh my fucking god, I fucking hate this man. He is so obnoxious. Ito was fuming and screaming.
皆さん申し訳ありません
Sana, do you really think that you're the solution here? No. You showing up is not the solution. You just say he escaped and we had to kill him because he was trying to kill me. Surprise. Like, Sana, you didn't need to be like, surprise, I'm not dead. Like, what the fuck? My apologies. My lack of discipline is at fault here. Sanan? Seeing Sanan, Ito's eyes grew wide.
三男さん
Sanan? Oh my fucking god, I just want to kill this guy.
なぜ亡くなったはずのあなたがここに
Solution. We kill Ito. We kill him. And we say that the deranged soldier killed him. And then we killed the soldier. Ah, solution. Oh, did I read that? Ito, you're supposed to be dead, is the general gist of that. The captains fell silent. Eventually.
これ以上隠し通すこともできね
I guess we can't keep it a secret any
え
longer.
木村お前は席を外して今夜は俺の部屋を使って構う
Yukimura, you step out. You can use my room for the night. And nobody's gonna be like, hey, do you need some help with that arm that's bleeding profusely every fucking where? I know me being here won't do anything, but I wonder if they'll be alright. Would they be able to explain the situation enough to Ito so he wouldn't freak out? There was so much to worry about, but Hichikata looked at me sternly.
席を外せって
Shut up, Hichikata, you asshole. Did you not hear me? I said get out. Okay, jeez. For realsies. I was worried, but I knew there was nothing else I could do, so I left the room. She didn't fix up her arm at all.
Welcome to the murder
Don't text me. Yep, so that's it. I gotta edit this and get it uploading so that it can be uploaded by noon, hopefully. It is 10:47. We'll see how well that goes. Thank you everybody for coming out and playing with me. I had more fun than usual because there were no glitches. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!